Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today we're diving into 3 Canadian pennies that you definitely want to check in your collection: the 1965, the 1998, and the 2011 1-cent coins. These pennies may look ordinary, but some rare varieties and mint errors can make them worth far more than face value, with certain examples selling for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. We're going to look at the rare features, the valuable mint varieties, and exactly what you should look for to spot a true Canadian penny treasure. So grab your coins, stay tuned, and let's uncover the hidden value in your Canadian 1-cent coins. Let's get started. First up, in today's long and deeply detailed video, we will take a close look at one of the most iconic Canadian small denomination coins, the 1965 Canadian 1-cent coin. This penny, although common at first glance, is surrounded by a world of variations, minting details, die types, and hidden value factors that many collectors do not know about. Whether you're just starting your coin collecting journey or you're an experienced numismatist, this 1965 Canadian penny has a history full of surprises. Before we dive into values, rare varieties, and high-grade price differences, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and share this video with anyone interested in old Canadian coins. The 1965 Canadian 1-cent coin was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, featuring her youthful portrait designed by Arnold Machen. The reverse side displays the beautiful maple leaves, designed by George Kruger Gray, a longtime symbol of Canada's natural identity. What makes the 1965 penny so interesting is that it was produced in high numbers, yet contains several rare die varieties that collectors actively hunt for today. These varieties make certain pennies worth far more than their face value, especially in premium uncirculated condition. With the elimination of the Canadian penny in 2012, older issues like this now gain even more historical and collectible value. One of the most important aspects of evaluating a 1965 penny is learning about the 4 major obverse varieties: small beads, large beads, pointed 5, and blunt 5. These varieties refer to the shape of the numerals and the denticles around the Queen's portrait. The 1965 large beads, pointed 5 variety is particularly rare, often fetching high prices when certified in mint state condition, even circulated. Examples of this variety can be worth more than ordinary pennies, especially when the details are still sharp. Collectors focus heavily on identifying which version they have, because this is the key to determining true value. Let's talk about grading, because grade changes everything in coin collecting. The 1965 Canadian 1-cent coin in heavily circulated condition, the type you normally find in old jars, drawers, or mixed lots, may only be worth a small premium. However, the same coin in uncirculated or proof-like condition can jump significantly in value. High MS grades such as MS60 for MS65, MS66, and higher are extremely sought after, especially if the coin belongs to a rare die variety. Many collectors send their coins to professional grading companies because even tiny differences in quality can dramatically affect market price. In terms of market value, common 1965 pennies in circulated grade may range from 5 cents to a couple of dollars depending on condition. However, rare varieties such as the large beads, pointed 5, can sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars in high grade. Exceptional examples: graded MS66 or MS-67 by top grading companies can reach several $100s at auctions. Die chips, doubling, and striking errors can further boost the price, making certain pieces sought after by error collectors as well. Errors and varieties are another exciting part of the 1965 penny story. Some examples show die cracks, double digits, or rotation errors. These are not extremely common, but when they do appear, they can turn an ordinary penny into a premium collectible. Rotated dies in particular can be highly valuable depending on the degree of rotation. Additionally, collectors often search for coins with very strong luster, sharp strike, and perfect maple leaf details, which increase both desirability and market value. Now let's go deeper into the production context. The 1965 penny marked an important period in Canadian coinage history, as the country was switching between different die designs and refining the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Because of these alterations, we see the multiple obverse varieties we discussed earlier. This adds a layer of complexity and fun for collectors, because identifying the correct die type requires careful inspection. It also means that certain varieties were minted in far smaller numbers, leading to price variations that continue to grow as more collectors enter the hobby. For those who want to start collecting 1965 pennies, the best strategy is to check your old coin jars or ask family members if they have saved pennies from the past. Many rare 1965 die varieties have been found in ordinary pocket change and inherited collections. Once you find one, examine the date and beads carefully. Use a magnifying lens or take a clear photo and zoom in to identify the key features. If you believe the coin may be rare or high grade, consider sending it for professional grading, which can increase its resale value significantly. As always, I encourage collectors to study the coin market regularly. Prices can vary depending on demand, auction results, and overall interest in Canadian coinage. Keeping your collection protected in coin holders or albums will help maintain value over time. Many collectors also join online communities where they discuss Canadian coin varieties and share rare discoveries. The 1965 penny remains one of the most talked about coins because of its unexpected complexity and variety list. Before we conclude this long, detailed breakdown of the 1965 Canadian 1-cent coin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, tap the notification bell, and share this video with friends who enjoy coin collecting. Your support helps us continue to create long educational videos about rare coins, historic pennies, global denominations, and high-value varieties that may be hiding in your home right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1965 penny, let me know in the comments which coin you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more valuable coin knowledge. Next up, in 1998, the Royal Canadian Mint (RCM) issued the 1-cent coin as part of Canada's long-standing penny series. At that time, the penny was still in regular circulation, though discussions about its future were already in motion. The 1998 coin is part of the small cent round copper-plated zinc type introduced in 1997 to replace the earlier large-size copper pennies, which ended in 1996. According to numismatic sources, the mintage of the 1998 small cent was 999,578,000 coins, nearly 1 billion. That sheer volume means this is not a rare coin in absolute terms, but there is still plenty of numismatic interest. Let's talk about what the coin looks like and what it's made of. On the obverse front, you'll see the bust of Queen Elizabeth II with the inscription, "Elizabeth to DG Regina, by the grace of God, Queen." The designer of this effigy was Dora de Petrie Hunt. The reverse back features the familiar to maple leaves on a twig with the value 1 cent, the year 1998, and Canada below. The reverse designer is listed as George Kruger Gray. In terms of technical specs, diameter 19.05 millimeters, weight 2.25 g, thickness about 145, unplaned smooth edge. The composition is copper-plated zinc, typically approximately 98.4% zinc with approximately 1.6% copper plating, a change from older heavier copper pennies. As noted, there were about 999,578,000 coins struck in 1998 for circulation. Because of this high mintage, they were abundant in everyday usage. That means most surviving examples will have been circulated with wear marks, toning, etc. For collectors, the real interest lies in uncirculated coins in high grades, and any special varieties or errors. The 1 billion plus number means scarcity is not the primary factor in value. Condition and variety matter much more. What is a 1998 Canadian 1-cent coin worth? It depends heavily on its condition, grade, and any special attributes, e.g. proof like specimen error. According to coinsandcanada.com, typical circulated coins might fetch only CAD 10 cents to 25 cents, while mint state MS coins in higher grades fetch more. MS 64 might be tilde 7 Canadian dollars and 90 cents. MS 65 around 21 Canadian dollars and 90 cents. MS 66 up to tilde 33 Canadian dollars and 60 cents. Another source gives approximate values in CAD as MS 63 tilde 75 cents, MS 64 tilde $7, MS 65 tilde $25, MS 66 tilde $40. So while this coin is not extremely valuable compared to rare rarities, there is value in cleaner, higher grade examples. If you find one in top condition, it's worth inspecting and perhaps submitting to a grading service. Even though this coin was produced in large numbers, there are still interesting varieties and error types that can increase value. For example, die chips, tiny pieces missing from the die causing raised globs on the coin, planchet errors, inadequate plating or defective zinc blanks, die clashes, design elements transferred without a planchet, and doubling also the W mint mark. There were specimen coins struck in Winnipeg with the W mint mark under the bust. The presence of a W often indicates a coin not intended for regular circulation or of special issue. For serious collectors, finding an error variety in uncirculated condition can push the value higher. When you're inspecting one of these pennies, condition is everything. A circulated coin will typically show wear on queen's hair crown, detail maple leaves, high points, and may have scratches, nicks, or plating wear exposing the zinc core. An uncirculated coin will show full detail, strong luster, minimal marks, clean fields, backgrounds. For example, MS65 mint state 65 means very few small marks and strong eye appeal. Use a good magnifier or loop 10 times or better. Good lighting, preferably multiple angles. Check for color: red for red grade coins, brown for older toned ones. Check for plating loss, zinc showing. Check for any glasses effect or spots. If you believe you have a top grade coin, consider submitting to a professional grading service, for example, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Their grading label can add value for resale. You might ask, with the billion minted, why bother collecting one? The reasons: first, it's part of Canadian numismatic history. A coin issued well before the penny was withdrawn from circulation. The penny ceased being minted for circulation in 2012. It represents the modern era of small cent coins. Second, the large mintage means you can reasonably hope to find one in high grade without spending extreme amounts. Third, the presence of varieties and errors gives scope for treasure hunting. A coin that might look ordinary but turns out to have a rare die chip or rare mark is a thrill. And finally, collecting coins is about learning history, design, production, and enjoyment, not just big money. If you're enjoying this deep dive, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you don't miss future videos, and let me know in the comments, do you have a 1998 Canadian penny in your collection? What grade do you think it is? I'll also be launching a series called where we explore 40 different coin issues, varieties, and hidden gems, so if you're into that, hit subscribe and stay tuned. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a coin collecting friend, and let's build a community of enthusiasts. If you plan to buy a 1998 penny or many, here are some tips. Always check photos for circulation marks, plating, wear, corrosion. Ask for the coin's grade or condition. See if it's been previously handled. Check for errors or varieties, which can be subtle. When selling, take sharp, high-resolution photos from both sides. Note the grade or condition. List any variety error you've identified. Mention whether the coin was certified by a grading service, and if so, the certification number. In either case, store the coin properly, in gloves or with clean hands in inert holders. Mylar flips coin capsules away from humidity and avoid cleaning the coin. Cleaning often destroys value. Remember, the supply is huge for this date, so pricing should reflect condition, not just the year. In conclusion, the 1998 Canadian 1-cent coin is a solid, accessible piece for collectors, offering design, history, and potential value, especially if found in high grade or with a noteworthy variety. While it's not extremely rare, its story is meaningful. Minted by the Royal Canadian Mint, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, copper-plated zinc composition, and produced in large numbers just a few years before the penny's eventual retirement. Keep your eyes open for interesting errors or higher grade examples. Those are the coins that can give you the real wow in your collection. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, like, share, and comment below with what you think the most interesting variety of this coin is. Thanks for watching. Happy collecting. Next up in today's video, we're taking a deep dive into the 2011 1-cent coin of Canada, the piece that belongs to the final years before Canada officially discontinued the penny in 2012. Although it's a modern coin, the 2011 Canadian cent has several features, varieties, and mint conditions that can make it surprisingly interesting for collectors, so stay with me all the way to the end, because I'll be breaking down every detail from mintages, metal composition, error, varieties, and grading tips to its current market value and how much rare versions can actually sell for today. The 2011 Canadian penny was struck by the Royal Canadian Mint during a time of transition as production was gradually winding down due to rising manufacturing costs. The coin features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Susanna Blunt with a clean, modern portrait style that collectors love. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic two maple Leaves on a Twig, a classic design used since 1937. Even though this coin was minted in huge quantities, special mint states, commemorative sets, and rare preserved examples add tremendous interest to collectors globally. Now let's talk about minting details. The 2011 Canadian cent was primarily minted in plated steel with outer layers of copper, giving it the classic reddish tone. This coin weighs 2.35 grams and has a diameter of 1905 mm. What makes the 2011 issue intriguing is the large production run, combined with the fact that many people didn't save uncirculated rolls before the penny was discontinued. Because of that, high-grade 2011 pennies, especially those preserved straight from mint rolls, can sometimes sell for more than collectors expect. Although the standard circulation value of the 2011 penny is of course 1 cent, collectors often pay extra for mint state MS examples. A normal circulated 2011 penny usually has value equal to its nominal worth, but MS 62 MS 63 cents can sell slightly above face value. Meanwhile, coins graded MS 60 for MS 65 and especially MS 66 or higher begin to command real collector premiums, especially when they have strong red color road designation, no scratches, and sharp striking. These higher grade coins are more desirable because they represent the finest surviving examples of a modern coin. If you're searching for valuable versions of the 2011 penny, focus especially on error coins, since mistakes dramatically increase collector value. Some of the rare errors that exist on modern plated steel cents include off-center strikes, die cracks, broad strikes, double dies, partial plating, weak strikes, and rim distortions. Any dramatic or visually clear error can increase value from a few dollars to even over $50 or more, depending on rarity and eye appeal. Even small die chips such as extra metal around the maple leaf or the digits of the date are collected by variety hunters. Grading is extremely important for the 2011 Canadian cents value. Collectors prefer coins with complete red color, minimal spotting, strong luster, and crisp detail. If your coin has been safely stored in a coin flip or tube since 2011, you might have a good chance of owning a high-grade example. However, coins that circulated in pockets and wallets usually show wear, scratches, and dull color, which significantly lowers value. If you believe your coin might grade above MS 65, professional grading by companies like ICCS or PCGS may be worth considering. Another interesting aspect of the 2011 Canadian cent is its place in history. Being one of the final years of Canadian penny production, this year carries sentimental and historical significance. Many collectors are now building year-by-year sets of the final decade before discontinuation, which increases demand for high-grade examples of 2011. Additionally, sealed mint sets and proof-like sets containing 2011 cents are becoming more collectible, especially when fully intact with original packaging. Now let's talk about the value summary. A circulated 2011 Canadian penny is normally worth 1 cent. A nice uncirculated example may range from a few cents to $1 depending on quality. Higher-end coins graded MS 66 road and up may reach $5, $10, or even higher in certain collector markets. Rare errors can range from $10 to $50 plus, while dramatic errors may sell for significantly more. Keep in mind that values fluctuate depending on demand, metal composition, interest, and collector trends. If you enjoy hunting for coins in jars, old collections, or penny rolls, the 2011 Canadian cent is a great modern coin to examine carefully. Always check the date, inspect the surfaces, and keep an eye out for unusual patterns or minting anomalies. You might discover an error coin or a high-grade example that's worth far more than face value. And because the Canadian penny is no longer produced, even modern dates like 2011 are becoming more appreciated by collectors every year. Before we wrap up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive coin video like this one. I upload detailed breakdowns of rare coins, mint errors, and valuable finds from around the world, including Canada, the United States, the UK, Europe, and more. If you want longer scripts like this or want me to cover any specific coin, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and let's continue this journey of discovering hidden treasures together.